It's Sunday the 10th of February. I'm back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium just to see what's new and what's different. You can see more tree planting behind me and a lot going on around the East Stand. I'm going to walk around the stadium now. So you can see now in this corner that the tiling has continued on this wall. These tiles close up, they are Tottenham blue. And look at this now. Nearly 21 months I've been doing these updates, and every time I've come around here there have been barriers. Never ever been able to see this so clear. They've got the digital signs working as well this morning. Got to finish a bit of paving here around these signs, but all of the paving around the front of the East Stand has been completed. One of the lifts here has actually now got a sign on it: Paxton Terrace, Lift D. There is actually a small ticket office here as well. And they've planted some trees as well this week. Another 4 trees have gone in. And more trees to go in. So it is extremely quiet here this morning, but work has certainly moved on. Now this is the East Stand. And as I've shown in the last couple of videos, they have really cracked on with all of these panels. Now let me just say again, if the panels are fixed, if the panels are open, they are fixed to be open, and if they're closed, they're also fixed, so they don't move. So this is the East Stand reception. I was very lucky to be in there last Sunday. They had an NFL screening of the Super Bowl. If you haven't seen that video, it's well worth checking out. Amazing views of the Stadium Bowl. So you can see on the left now the TV screen on this side. There is still a fair few panels to go in. That's next week's work lined up. The other thing here as well, very, very noticeable, is all of the street lighting. Has gone in on this side, and CCTV connected to those as well. So this is actually where the away fans will go in. I understand actually that the away bus will actually come down Worcester Avenue. I was actually in the underground car park the other day, and they did actually confirm that the coaches do not fit underneath the stadium. So the away coach, I have been told, does actually come down Worcester Avenue. And the Tottenham players will actually drive in on their own in their cars. The underground car park actually is huge. I'll put a short clip at the end of this video of the underground car park so you can have a look. So this is the view now. I am right outside the Bill Nicholson pub. So it looks to me like they've finished that TV screen now on this corner. I think it's extremely encouraging though, northeast corner, when you can see them actually planting trees and the finishing touches. You know, we can't be that far away. And talking about that, the club actually put an announcement out this week. You must have seen it. The Arsenal game will now be played at Wembley Stadium, which is on the 2nd of March. That will be a capacity crowd as well at Wembley. So near 90,000 fans could be at that game. I think it's a positive sign actually, because every other stadium update the club have given, it's been multiple matches, and the fact that they've only included the Arsenal one at this time must only be a good thing. And they actually stated that, you know, they're not that far away. So hopefully all the testing and all the certificates can be put in place very, very soon. And hopefully we can move in here this season. But you can see by this corner, not a lot of panels to go in. I have actually walked all the way around, but I showed you earlier all the panels sitting on the floor, all ready to go in. So I've no doubt that next time I do an update, a lot of these would have gone in, if not all of them. And the testing of this TV screen as well. I'm just going to take a very quick look what's happening at Northumberland Park Station. So you can see what I mean about these signs. There's one over the road, there's one here on the left. These signs are all around, to every station and around the ground. So here is Northumberland Park Station. You'll see on the right hand side, this is where the one of the shops used to be for Spurs. So you can see all of the work that they've carried out here over the last year or so. So new ticket machines have gone in here, and all of the new screens here. I know I keep mentioning about the signage, but just come out of Northumberland Park Station, and straight away you turn round and you're hit by these signs. You see there's one straight away, and then there's one further down as well. You can never ever get lost. So if you've never ever been to White Hart Lane or Tottenham's new stadium, you will never get lost. It will always direct you to either the stadium or one of the stations. And it's actually within a minute of walking from the station, that's when you get the first glimpse of the stadium. And you can just see the top there of the south stand. And there we go, a couple of minutes later, you arrive at the stadium, and this is what you will see. So you can see even on this side, it is very, very clear of barriers. It is now just this half section of the east stand now barriered off. Of course, that is the section that they're working on the outside. When I mentioned the NFL screening earlier, that was last Sunday night. They actually allowed a number of guests, including myself actually. I was very lucky to be one of the guests there, and actually drove into the underground car park, as I mentioned, and this was the route I took. They actually opened those white gates, and we drove into the southeast corner, if you like, and underground. And then once we'd finished and actually left the stadium, we actually went out onto the high road, just next to the Tottenham Experience, but I will show you that in a minute. So here we are now at the south stand. So you see now as well, another one of the lifts has been sign written. Park Lane Square. See how sunny up there, he's on fire at the moment. That's Bianca Baptiste, one of the Spurs ladies. Spurs ladies actually have got an FA Cup 5th round game next weekend at Cheshunt against Manchester City. There is no men's game next weekend, so if you've never seen the ladies, go and watch them and show your support, and it would be great for the ladies to get into the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. So I'm just going to take a quick walk down the high road now. It has started to rain. Don't think there'll be many changes to the last video along here. Whatever the weather, I always have to stop here. It's one of my favourite pieces. Warmanton House, the home of the Tottenham Experience. So just walking past Europe's biggest club shop, and just past the shop, this was where I actually came out of the underground car park. So this actually leads down to the underground car park. And I'm told this is actually one of the exits for the players. So a little bit more work going on with these traffic lights here. Pretty much outside the Tottenham Experience, Tottenham shop. So this is the inside of the West Stand. Lots of work going on in there. I haven't actually seen much work going on today, so it's nice to see a little bit. Finishing the paving section here. And also here in this corner, more sign writing on the lift here, Paxton Terrace and number 5. So you notice the signage here in and around the stadium is very, very good. So you can see now progress with the ticket office. So this is the other side of the ticket office. Still lots of work going on there. If you watched last week's video, you would have seen that they were actually testing out a lot of the digital screens here as well. I know overall it does seem very quiet on the builder front today, but they do work a lot more during the week, obviously, and that's why I like to do the odd visit here during the week, just so you can see the actual work being carried out. So I'm now at the junction of White Hart Lane, and as promised, here is a short clip of the underground car park, and I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Come on you Spurs. So this underground car park is absolutely huge.